What's happening, folks? Back from my first Iron Maiden live performance watch along, which is to say, I've been a big Iron Maiden fan now for several years, not going back to the period that is now considered for many, one of their most important phases, which is to say when Bruce Dickinson came in as the new lead singer and their next several albums, were massively internationally successful. But yeah, in the last several years, now about 8 or so years, about 2016, a friend of mine got me more into them and I began to explore them beyond the handful of tracks I was familiar with, and now have all of their Bruce Dickinson led albums. I don't have the first two, and I don't have, I think, one or two of the live ones, although I do have Live After Death. Nevertheless, yeah, one of the things that I definitely wanted to react to when I started doing reactions, and I had this idea that hopefully at some point I can do video reactions as well, which is to say most of what I do on my channel still is audio, like immersive reactions rather than those with visuals. But nevertheless, one of the things I did want to react to is a particular live performance of Iron Maiden's Hallowed Be Thy Name, which is probably my favorite Iron Maiden song. I love many of them a great deal, but this one just might always be the one. And yeah, many people will know the nature of the song. It's about someone who's been condemned to death for killing perhaps a king. I think there's a bit of ambiguity as to what he's done, but I believe when I first heard it, I just imagined him having committed a regicide, as they say. Nevertheless, whatever he's been accused of and condemned for, he's awaiting his sentencing, and he goes through, as a number of very insightful commenters have pointed out, like in the comments to the video itself, that he goes through the different phases of grief, which is to say sort of like denial and anger, ultimately coalescing into acceptance. But there's still a defiance right to the end, which I enjoy. And yeah, to say that they absolutely shred this live performance, and my understanding is this is actually before The Number of the Beast came out, so this is a song that no one had heard by this point. So, yeah, to say that they shred this live performance and that Bruce gives one of the most legendary vocal performances ever would be a gross understatement. So let's get to it. I'll try not to pause it too much, but yeah, there's some moments that probably will have to be commented on. But here we go. This is Iron Maiden and a live performance at the Hammersmith, which I know has had different sponsors over the years. I think at the time it was like Hammersmith Odeon, perhaps. Either way, it's from 1982, and the track is again Hallowed Be Thy Name.
I'm waiting in my cold cell when the bell begins to chime, reflecting on...
I think I can maybe up the volume a slight bit. Shout out to Planet Techno and my friend Beery's label. Okay.
my past life, reflecting on my past life, and it doesn't have much time, 'cause at 5 o'clock they take me to the gallows pole.
Before he does one of the most legendary extensions in all of metal vocals, and that's saying something. I do like the breathy delivery of this opening part, and we get the scene is set, the visual sitting in a cell, knowing the fate that awaits you and having to process this all, and it sort of starts in a very dark place, both visually and in terms of what feels like this ominous approaching execution. So yeah, I love both his vocal delivery before he really starts to let it fly, but also the way the lyrics set the stage right at the start.
Doesn't have much time, 'cause at 5 o'clock they take me to the gallows pole.
And the bassist Steve Harris, founder of the band, he writes most of the songs, including this one. And you could see it, like a lot of like bands will have people, all the people in the band, or these multiple members sing the lines, or sometimes members of the band will be singing even if they don't have a mic in front of them. But you could tell by the way Steve sings the songs that like he feels the lyrics he wrote.
That there's some sort of error. Understand the surmounting terror. Is it really the end of some crazy dream? Somebody please come in and I'm dreaming. It's not easy to stop from screaming. The words escape me when I try to speak. Can't move and why am I crying? After all, I'm not afraid of dying. Couldn't believe that there never is an end.
And for those who don't know, I feel like maybe some people here will be familiar with this. There is a very famous 90s skate video by Toy Machine called Welcome to Hell, and Jamie Thomas is featured in the like real signature section near the end of the video, just before the crash section. And it plays the first, I would say, like 55-60% of the song. And so, yeah, I believe that's probably the first place I heard this. Because, again, back then, I knew who Iron Maiden was. I had seen the shirts, but I had never really gone on that journey myself. And when I saw that, I remember, like, damn, this is super cool. But again, 98, I was, like, just starting to, like, buy records. And within a year or two, I started playing techno parties in LA and so on. And I was still going to punk shows. So I guess there just wasn't, like, a lot of room in my musical life back then. But yeah, ultimately it features in Jamie Thomas's section of Welcome to Hell, and it's like it makes that section hit, so much. I was gonna say I love Bruce, like a deranged pirate captain in a storm, like up at the front of the ship, just like daring nature to try to take him out. I'm not sorry. Like that line, I think is one of the keys. He's like lashing out at this point. He's like, you know what? Like I'm glad I did what I did. I'm not sorry. There's sort of a defiance.
Somebody cries from a cell, tell me when you, and then the God, why does he let me go? As I walk my life just before me, I know the end is near, I'm not sorry. Can't trust soul, 'cause it's ready to fly away. My words believe my soul lives on, don't worry now. But I have gone behold to see the truth. When you know that your time is close, and everything will begin to understand like that they're just a strange illusion.
Okay, so the guitars they shred. You've got a drummer. I forget it's like Clive something, I think, but I know he like pretty soon after this would depart the group. But he's jamming it, of course. Obviously, Bruce is slaying the vocals, but Steve on the bass, you can just hear it popping and percolating and rumbling away. This is that right there is where the Welcome to Hell segment fades it out and then it goes to the crash section. But as you can tell, the song is not only not over, but in a way it's just beginning. I mean, it's just you're a legend. Like you're in an actual metal band, you're slaying a live performance of an unheard song, and like the way you get into it, jamming out with a fucking air guitar. I love it. Oh my God. No, no brand power. Yeah, I love the way he hits that final vocal moment with a bit of bluesy swagger. Just incredible. Well, I'm glad that accuracy is guaranteed, but all I'll say about that is that it was an what? You know what? You can go to hell. Or at least Edmonton for you Mystery Science Theater 3000 fans out there. Yeah, just a masterful performance. And again, imagine being at that show where like, you're aware they have a new singer and you're already a big fan of the group and then they drop that performance of that song. It's just like my brain would explode. So yeah, let me know what you think. Again, I'm just in the early stages of starting to go through music videos and at least in one or two cases some live performances. I'm still going to keep going through more Iron Maiden audio reactions, and indeed I feel bad I haven't been back to them in a couple months, so I'll try to get one of those in the next few days, like sometime this week. So yeah, ultimately, there's a few albums of theirs in the early stages of the Bruce phase, like again, Number of the Beast, Power Slave, where I've gone through most, if not all of the tunes. But definitely, I have many of their albums that I've only done like one or two tracks from. So lots more to go in the audio realm. Let me know what you think of this performance, and I will see you next time. Peace.